Speak your mind with wisdom. There's this funny story someone told me a while back about a man who was in a company, and then their boss one day asked them to speak their mind. Everyone should just express themselves, talk about things that were not right in the company and how they felt, these things could be sorted out. So this guy took it literally and he spoke freely, spoke his mind, spoke about the weaknesses of his boss, said everything, because he said he should say his mind. And then when he was done, the boss thanked him very well and he said, I really appreciate all you have said. But since you have this kind of wisdom and knowledge of how to run a company, you are going to go and open your own company and start working from today. So he was fired. Very funny, but real life story. So whether this was right or a wrong action is a different thing. The one thing we learn from it is that we always need to apply discretion and apply wisdom even when we speak. Some people don't care. They just say their mind and they say, I'm going to say it as it is. Yes, sometimes you might want to say it as it is, but at the end of the day, the impact of your words may not have the desired effect. You need to be cautious about how you express yourself. In the Bible, two things happen. A king, King David, had an adulterous affair, and then a prophet came to meet him, and he could have just confronted him straight away and told him this is what you did, but he began with a parable. That was Nathan, and he began to speak about a man who had a lamb. Another one had a lot of sheep, and he could get anyone at all. And this other guy had a lamb, and then this guy that had so many sheep came and took the one who had just one lamb, and he took it for himself. And King David was very angry. He said, how could someone oppress people like that? He said, that man deserves to be dealt with. He deserves to be exterminated from the earth. And then Prophet Nathan told him, that man is you, sir. So he wanted to communicate a message, but he needed wisdom. On the other hand, you had John the Baptist, who a similar thing happened now. This was Herod taking on his brother's wife, Herodias. And John the Baptist shouted and told Herod and rebuked him openly for taking his brother's wife, and he was thrown into prison. And then, of course, from prison, his head was taken off and offered on a platter on the day that Herodias' daughter was celebrating her birthday. My point is this: if they tell you to speak your mind freely, apply wisdom on how you speak that mind freely. Do with this post or this video whatever you will, and if you got value from it, share it, and I'll see you tomorrow.